Welcome. I've created this video to give you and your new Saturday enrichment graduate an idea of the resources available now that the class sessions are done. So first, I'd like to talk to you a little bit about the wiki. This is an example of it already open. You would get to it by logging in, and a copy of the website URL is in your parent letter. And the credentials are pretty simple. Username is ACDOJO, all lowercase, and the password is the same. So once you log in, you'll find yourself here. And this is a collection of resources for a number of learning labs that I teach in the area. So you'll see here on this bottom left sidebar links to the different pages within this wiki. And for this particular class, if you go pretty much down to the bottom, it's the UVA Saturday Enrichment 2014. So what I hope this will provide to you guys is a resource for ideas for app creating, as well as a link to the resources that we used. Scratch 2.0 was used to storyboard the applications that we built. This link here, SEP Scratch Studio, is the shared studio where I archived code snippets from examples of animation and game strategies that we talked about in class. And then here we have the App Inventor link itself. Everybody in the class got their own Scratch 2.0 account created, and that's theirs to keep forever. App Inventor, you need to create your own account. So I'll leave that up to you and your young graduate to decide how you want to proceed with that. Also at the bottom of this page, you'll see I have created 10-minute summaries that go over the key points of topics covered for each class. So you'll see here there's a hypertext link for the first class we had on the 25th, the 1st, the 8th, the 15th, and when we have tomorrow's class, I'll have a summary of that up and loaded as well. Also, I had a how to draw custom sprites. It's a special sort of video that talks about how to use the paint and the draw editor within Scratch 2.0. So once you're here, this is also a file sharing center, and my plan was for the App Inventor projects created that I would upload to this wiki so that if you decide you want to pursue App Inventor by opening an account, you'll have the files available so that you can open both the AIA account, which is the actual file that you would open once you have your App Inventor account created, file new, and then upload from your computer, and also the APK file, which is the actual app itself that if you send to yourself in an email that you open from within a smartphone, you can download as long as you've made some changes to your settings on your phone, and as long as you have an SD card, you can upload, you can play the APK file. So the information about how to handle that is in this App Inventor page that I created that talks a little bit about how to share your app. So I wanted to show you around how to navigate, how to get to the files once they're on the wiki. So when you first open, you might find that this is hidden. So in this case, I already have it open. I'm going to show it. This is probably the view you're going to get when you first log in. So what you would need to do is go up to the top here, and you're going to show the wiki controls, which then gives you here pages and files. If you click on that link, I'm going to name them all with the same preface, which is going to be AC Dojo, and I will give it the number of the Scratch 2.0 account set up for your graduate. And they know it because they've been logging in diligently, and the last class we've spent making sure that everybody knew what their login credentials were. So in this case, you'll see I already have one as an example uploaded, but let's say it was all mixed in, and which can happen. Lots of things are happening. This wiki is pretty active. So let's say, wow, you're not sure where it is. They're all going to roll up together since I'll name them all with the same preface. So if you type in the search ACDOJO and you hit search, the wiki will take you to all the files that preface ACDOJO. So you'll get them all that way. So I'll have the APK and the AIA files. So what I wanted to show you too is, and when we've covered this in class, but just to make sure so you know too, I'm going to switch over to the Scratch accounts now that were set up for each of your graduates. And we have a shared studio, and they would get to that by going to My Stuff, which is how I got here, My Stuff. And on this far left sidebar, you'll see My Studios. So everybody in the class is invited and participates in My Studio this Saturday EP. And if you click here, you'll see we have all the files shared, of course, but more important, on this far left side is information about the wiki URL as well as the credentials to log in. So I'm very excited. I'm sad 5 weeks is not enough to get to everything that we got to, and there were so many curious and engaged minds that I really hope to hear through the studio and see what you guys are working on. Certainly you guys can always ask me questions as well, and I could teach this for 5 months, 5 years. It's limitless, and I really hope that we've left this class with, you're probably going to have more questions than answers, but that's what keeps a mind thinking, and we would be looking forward to seeing some of you guys in the summer series, which I plan on teaching an advanced course of this here and in the future. So thank you again for your time. It's been a wonderful, wonderful 5 weeks, and I wish you all the best. Take it easy.